for wholesalers, car wholesalers. I just wanted to get some quick game for all my car wholesalers. Also, like, subscribe. So, free game. Some things that I wish I would have known before I got my wholesaler's license, and some things that some people can do if you're starting off or trying to get your wholesaler's license. But what a lot of people don't know what you can do is you can go to any dealer only auction without your license. All you got to do is just go to like America's Auto Auction. Probably it may be a little harder for some of the smaller auctions, but like auctions like Manheim is kind of hard. It depends on where you are. But anything else like Odessa and America's Auto Auction, you could for sure get in there with no dealer's license. And that at least give you a feel for like some of the cars in your area. But most definitely want to at least try. So if you do got your wholesaler's license right now and you want to start to retail the cars, because you know wholesale can only sell to different wholesalers, you need to build a relationship with some of the small mom and pop dealers. I'm a dealer, I'm a wholesaler, I'm a licensed wholesaler, and I'm a licensed dealer. If you need paperwork done and you want to start selling your wholesale cars to the public, you can drop a comment below and then we can hook up. I do paperwork for wholesalers, but if you can find someone that can do the paperwork for you in your area, I'll say most dealers is charging like 200, 250, 300 a car to do your paperwork or whatever. But if you can find it a little cheaper, you know what I'm saying, that would be better, because when you're a wholesaler, your whole thing is trying to buy the cars for the best price. So you want to be overbid in the car, and you still got some wiggle room, because as a licensed wholesaler, car wholesaler, you can only sell to other dealers. You cannot sell to the public. So in that regards, you have to find a middleman to be able to sell to the public as a licensed wholesaler. Now, so like I said, you can just, if you're looking to get your wholesaler's license and you just trying to get more information and stuff like that, you can get into the dealer only auctions without a license. Don't nobody talk about that. I don't think a lot of people know. You cannot bid though, but you can get in there. You can touch the cars. You can see what's going on in your area. And if you sign up for the dealer only auction, it is possible for you to see the prices. Like if you go to like americasautoauction.com and go ahead and sign up for an account, it's a good chance that you can see the post sales, because that's what it's called, post sales at Manheim, Odessa Auto Auction, um, um, any of the online auctions, like any of the online auctions and stuff like that, as far as dealer only. But what I will say is just try to build a relationship with some of the small mom and pop dealers, so you can have someone that you can either sell the cars to or they can do the paperwork for you. So all the cars that you buy, you can just go ahead and, you know, flip. ACV Auto Auction, which is online, pretty good auction. You just got to be careful with some of the cars listings and just making sure you're really reading what's wrong with the car. And then as a wholesaler or a retailer, never ever ever buy a car without actually going to touch the car. You know, I done did a lot of online bidding. I done won some, I done lost some. But what I would recommend, do not do sight unseen bids. Go to the auction, touch the car, start the car. You can drive the car. Don't get caught up into that, because you really want to make sure that you're buying the best car that you can. And as a wholesaler, your main job is trying to buy cheap and buy cars that either need to be fixed. Like, you need to be the one that's really looking at prices and seeing what cars are going for, so you can find that middle ground and be able to sell cars to the dealer. But you got the price points, because if you're just going to the auction, you just bidding on whatever, it ain't gonna be no wiggle room for you. And then you're not gonna be able to sell the car to the public. So you're gonna be stuck with a car that you can't even do nothing with. And most of these dealers, they be tripping on the prices when a wholesaler try to sell a car because in their eyes, oh, I could get it cheaper. They just like you. They really in the same boat like you. They trying to get cars cheaper, you know? So in that regard, just try your best to try to get the cars for the cheapest price. So you really need to be doing your homework on trying to find cars at the cheapest running and driving cars, which depends on what area you in. Dallas, the whole South area, you can get you a running and driving car for at least 500, 600, 700. It might be a scraper, but you can get it. So about 1,200, 1,300, you get you something. But y'all gotta remember, it's always dealer fees, add an extra 200, 300 on top of that 1,000. So if you get a car for 1,000, I mean, if you buy a car for like 900, it's probably gonna be 1,200 after the dealer fees. So just be mindful of that, you know what I mean? And just make sure you're doing your homework, because that's really what it comes down to as a wholesaler, a licensed wholesaler. And if you need paperwork done, let me know. I can get your paperwork done and I'll do it for you, the cheapest, for you to just be able to get your wholesaler's license and just be able to immediately flip cars. And then what a lot of people don't know is you do not need a lot to get your wholesaler's license. All you need is like your room. You can use a quarter space of your room. You just got to make sure you get your LLC, get the little surety bond, and just get all they ask. But they can get you licensed out your house. You do not need a sign and a retail space to become a wholesaler. And you can still flip cars. You just got to find somebody to do the paperwork. This is June Jones, LV Auto. Like, subscribe. See you on the next one.